All right. Welcome everybody to our Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central Time. I'm so glad you're here. I know it's been a little while since we've had a live hangout, probably been about 2 weeks. And I like to do these every Monday. I've been on the road, I've been traveling, I've had some exciting things going on. I recently, a week ago, I was in Nashville, Tennessee, and I hosted a mastermind at a 6,000 square foot lakefront mansion for 17 people. And I was so excited to do that. We had a great time. It was it was epic. I mean, really, to be in a beautiful place like that and to share marketing tips and business tips in order to take your business and your life to the next level. So hello to all of you that were there. If you're on the Hangout today, I miss you already. I feel like we're family after living together for 5 days. It was quite the experience. So if you don't know me, if you're brand new and you haven't been on these Down and Dirty Hangouts, my name is Bashan Borich, and I live in Branson, Missouri. And you're looking in the background here. This is my home office. I work out of my home. I am an online entrepreneur, and I have found a way over the past 3 years to make a living full-time online. And a lot of people thought, it couldn't be done, especially the way I do it. It's automated. In fact, yesterday I had an over $1,000 day. And I don't say that to brag or to impress you or anything like that. I just want to show you what's possible if you have an automated business. And all of that happened while I was spending time with my family, because yesterday was Sunday. I was spending time with my family, with my sons, and then we had some guests over for a dinner party. And I checked in before I went to bed, my back office of my computer, and it showed that I had made over $1,000. So kind of a nice day, nice surprise. And I will tell you that my results aren't typical. If you are in my team or you're joining Team Tough, I am not typical, and I teach you how to get not typical results. But as always, it is a real business what I do. This is not some made-up thing that we do. We are professionals, and we have figured out a way. And by we, I mean my students within Team Tough. We have figured out a way to make full-time income online, and we know the strategies and the tools to do that. So that leads me to today's topic. And what is it that we're going to be discussing? And let me get to my page. You're going to see me most of the time today. Usually when I do these Hangouts, I have like this big slide presentation pulled together. But I wanted to keep it more personal today. I will show my screen a few times, but for the most part, you're going to see my smiling face. All right. So today what we're going to be talking about are 5 steps to start your own online business today. All right. Sound good? So here's the thing. A lot of people want to know how to make money online. And maybe you've even signed up for some online business and attempted to make money online. Maybe you've made a little bit, maybe you've made a lot. I don't know you, but I know that there's one thing that I find with my students is everybody wants to know, is there a way to have a business and have a life at the same time? And to me, that is super important. Okay, I know a lot of people who are entrepreneurs who they work themselves to death. They don't have time for their family. They don't have time to do the activities that they love. They are completely immersed into their business. And I know that that's important to really get a business off the ground. But for me, I wanted a life. I have 2 little boys under the age of 10, and I did not want to be working so hard that I missed out on the life that they have. I mean, they're only kids for a little bit, right? And I'm also a newlywed, so I wanted to have enough time to spend with my wonderful husband and to do all the activities and things that give us pleasure and make us have a joyful life instead of one of stress and constant work every day. So a lot of folks don't think it's possible to have both, to have freedom and to have a business that actually brings in income. And I'm here to say that you can do both. You can have your cake and eat it too, but you have to have 5 simple things in order to make that happen. So are you ready to find out what those are? Okay, well, what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you haven't done this already, log in down below and you will see there is a chat window. So go ahead, log in. It's free to log in, and let me know what you think. Tell me hello if you're there so that I know that you're listening and you're watching today live. For those of you that are watching this as a recording, feel free to go ahead and log in there as well and just share, what you've got going on, or say hello, because I do check the chat window quite often, and it's just good to, to have that communication. All right, so let's get started. All right. So one of the things that I did at a mastermind, and I didn't do this at the Nashville Mastermind because we were focusing on a lot of strategy, but for those of you that were at the Nashville Mastermind, you're going to love today's hangout, because I'm going to really go through the 5 steps that you need in order to have a successful business. So I am at this point going to flip my screen around and talk about some of them. So let me just do that. Give me a second. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday. All right, cool. All right, so this is just a really simple chart that I put together that illustrates kind of the steps that you need in order to build a business, any business, not just one that's online. But I think if you know these steps, it really helps to get that big picture view as to what it takes to be successful in any business, specifically one that's online. So the first thing that you need, and it starts from the bottom, you have to kind of think of these as building blocks, but it starts from the very bottom. You want to build a good business foundation. And a foundation is, you want to actually set up your business like a business. If you set it up and you're just going to test the waters and see if your business works, then you're not going to have as much success if you did it from the very beginning. You set it up as a business. And what I mean by that is, once you've determined what you're going to name your business, then you need to go and get that registered. Okay, you need to go and see a corporate attorney or a business specialist in your neighborhood or city, and find out what it takes in order to get your business registered. I mean, I can tell you from my own personal experience here in the US, you need to fill out a DBA, which stands for Doing Business As. And when you fill that out, what that does is it registers you as a business. And then you also will have to fill out a trademark. You want to get whatever name that you end up going with, you want to make sure somebody else isn't already using it, and that it's trademarked to you. I will tell you a little horror story that happened to me, and that was, I've had a lot of businesses in my past, and one of which, luckily for me, I actually stopped using that business because I moved on to other business ideas. But that business, the name that I used, it was copyrighted by somebody else. And a year after I actually closed the doors on that business, I still had some of that business name online. Like, I had a website still from that company. I also had a Twitter account. Well, one day I got a letter from a lawyer, an attorney, saying I needed to cease and desist and immediately stop using that name anywhere online, because somebody else had already copyrighted that. And if I continued to use it, that I would be fined or taken to court. So obviously, lucky for me, I'd already closed the business up. So it was just as simple as turning off all of those online accounts so that that company could retain their copyright. So I don't want that to happen to you. And it would have been a lot worse had I still been using that business actively and working it, because then I would have had to change all my sales collateral, everything, and possibly I would have had a lawsuit because I used a business name that somebody else had. So part of your business foundation is deciding what you want to call yourself. And one of the easiest things to do is to name your business after yourself, your actual name. The only bad thing is that, if your business goes under or something else happens, or you change, whatever your primary market is for your business, if you change it to something else and you're using your name, it could be confusing for somebody. So, really think it through. Make sure that you've got that to start, and take the time to meet with an attorney. A lot of times, some attorneys will do a free consultation if it's for contacting them over the phone and asking them about trademarks and stuff like that. Some of them will do that. They're hard to find, but they are out there. You also should meet with an accountant. It's always a good idea to understand what is a tax write-off. Like, a lot of folks, they don't realize that when you start a business, the expenses that you use to start up your business, such as your computer equipment, any software that you had to buy, et cetera, all of that can be a tax write-off, but you have to keep good records. And it can be really, really good for you if you do keep good records, because at the end of the year, you may get some money back from the tax man, depending on your income bracket, of course. So that is some of the basics. I go into a lot more depth when I do the full training on this course. And if you are somebody that wants to be my student and learn how to set up a business properly and how to set it up for success, I would be happy to work with you and teach you how to do that. Okay, so once you have that foundation set, now you're ready to start putting into action your daily action plan. Okay, your daily action plan are the things you're going to do each day in order to move your business forward and start getting sales and making income. All right, now this is where a lot of folks who work from home get stuck. They get stuck because they don't know what they need to actually focus on in order to make money. Or if they do know, maybe they're procrastinating and they're focusing on those things that are just setup items and not actually going to generate income for them. So one of the things that I do is I provide a daily action plan for my students that they can follow step by step and learn exactly what it takes in order to set their business up for success. So in fact, I'll even show you a shortcut as to what I give to my students that might be helpful for you. If I can find it here. Okay, I call it my business kit. And I walk through, it's a checklist of what they need to have in order to set up their business foundation. And then I also walk through how to set up their daily action plan, or DAP. Okay, and then we also talk about the sales process and etc. So isn't it nice to know exactly what you need to do on a daily basis in order to be successful? And so that's really where it comes in with your daily action plan. Let me go back to my PowerPoint. This right here is where you need a mentor. Okay, you must have a mentor in order to be successful in any business. Anyone who tells you otherwise probably is not as successful as they should be, or they're probably not successful at all, actually, because every successful entrepreneur that I've talked to has a mentor or has had one that has helped them to get to where they are today. All right, so what I do is I serve as a mentor for my students. I help them, I walk them through their daily action plan, and it's going to be, their daily action plan is going to be a little bit different depending on what type of online business that they choose to create. And then I show them exactly, where they should focus the most of their time, the majority of their time, so that they can start having the most success. All right, and that is, that's the key right there, having a mentor to really guide you in your business. All right, so once you've got your daily action plan, this whole block, traffic, knowledge, mindset, this is the key block. I don't know if you've ever seen the arches, the keystone, the center block that holds everything together. If you pull that out, the whole business will crumble. Well, that's what this is right here, traffic, knowledge, and mindset. So let's start from the bottom here. You have to have the proper mindset in order to succeed. And mindset is that positive mental attitude where you're focusing on overcoming challenges and finding solutions rather than excuses. So choose solutions over excuses. And if you can get in the habit of doing that on a regular basis, instead of saying, oh my gosh, woe is me, I don't have the education, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have the income to invest in a good business. Well, instead of focusing on that, focus on, how can I do this? How can I achieve what I want to achieve in my life? How can I build a successful online business or whatever type of business you want to build? How can I do it? How can I find the income to get started with it? And once you start asking the question, how can I, on a regular basis, the answers and the solutions will start coming to you. And it's the truth with any business, no matter how much it is you need to start up, no matter what the obstacle is, if you start asking, how can I, which is the proper mindset to be in as an entrepreneur, you're going to find that your mind goes into creative overdrive. and you start thinking of solutions, and the right people start coming into your life that help you achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve. It's a really powerful thing, and that right there is probably, well, it is, it's not probably, it is the keystone to your success. All right, so once you have the proper mindset, the next step is learning. Every single day as an entrepreneur, you should be learning something new. What I tell my own personal students is that they go ahead and schedule 30 minutes, minimum 30 minutes every day, in which they are learning something new. The best way to learn something new is to, number one, if you can get tools and videos and things like that related to your subject or related to your business, watch those and take notes. And this is the key: take notes as if you're going to have to teach this to someone else. Because if you are learning something with the mindset that you're going to have to teach somebody else how to do it, you will retain that information much more rapidly. Okay, so start doing that and really spend 30 minutes a day learning something that's going to make you an expert in your business. Initially, it may be just learning the knowledge necessary to set up your business. You know, if you spent 30 minutes a day just getting everything or learning how to get everything set up for your business, it's going to be much easier to get things rolling. Okay, once you have your business set up, you know, the next time you go into your knowledge section of your day, you can spend 30 minutes instead learning something that's going to help drive traffic to your business. And that's, you know, that's the next part of your cornerstone here, your keystone, is traffic. You know, a lot of people, they want to just get right into the sales, but we all know that most people don't buy something the first time they see it. It usually takes 3 to 7 times, 3 to 7 contacts before someone will buy something from you, no matter how badly they might want it or need it. Okay, so you just have to be aware of that. And so what you want to know how to do and learn how to do very quickly in the beginnings of your business is to drive traffic. In other words, drive potential customers, drive eyeballs to your online business. And this is what I teach my students how to do. There are a lot of traffic generating strategies that you can use online through social media, for example, through blogging, etc., that are really going to help to drive more business to you. You know, a lot of people think that the business is tapped out. You know, you might be in a business right now and you think that there's just not enough customers to achieve the income you want. In reality, there are billions of people in the world that could probably use your service, depending on what business you're in, of course. The key is finding them. And once you become a master at traffic generation, you will be able to find more customers than any of your peers. And so I tell all of my students, you know, after you've set up your business, you need to focus on traffic generation strategy, because from there you can make a whole business once you master traffic. You could create a whole business on helping others to generate traffic because it's such a huge need in the marketplace. But once you have that, that's when this next part comes, the purple box. That's when the sales start happening. And as those sales start coming in, then you can start turning those people into upsells. Like initially when you sell something, you always want to have like a low price point to get people in. You can then turn those people into rabid fans, and they will buy more from you because they know, they like you, and they trust you, and you're continually to improve your knowledge and share more value with them. Okay, so sales is kind of twofold. You get the sale, but then you want to continue selling to those people by providing them with lots of value and tips and things that are going to improve them in their lives. And so they become a rabid fan. All right. So, you know, so get excited about that part, because the sales is where you know you've got a valid business, right? You know it's working when you start seeing the money flowing in. Now, one other thing I want to say about sales is I've learned, and so have my students, how to create automatic sales. So I don't know about you, but I am not a natural born salesperson. In fact, my background is more on the creative side. I got a degree in graphic design, back in 1998. And that is what I have a strength in, is marketing and developing graphics. Okay. Selling is not one of them. So one of the things that my own mentor taught me was how to utilize an online system that does the selling for me. All I have to do is point my traffic to a sales page called a sales funnel. And then folks start flowing through that funnel and becoming a potential client, a potential customer. So you want to have the system in place to automate it so that you aren't sitting behind your computer and working your tail off every single day. And that's really where the magic happens. Once you learn how to create a system, or you find a system, then you now have freedom. You have freedom and the ability to make money even while you're sleeping. Isn't that cool? Can you believe that you can really make money while you're sleeping with an online business? Yeah, you can. And I've done it, and I continue to do it. And so do many of my students. And it all has to do with learning how to put a sales system in place that does the selling for you. Okay. And I'm going to talk a little bit more deeply towards the end of this hangout today on how you can put something like that together, or find something like that that'll work for you in your business. All right. So now we go to the very last block, and that's the black block up here, the leadership. Okay. The leadership block is where you start duplicating your business structure. So once you sell something to someone, you want to continue to provide value, right? And that's part of being a leader, is learning something and teaching it to others. So you learn it, you do it yourself, and then you teach it to others. When you do those things, then you become a leader in the industry, and more people will come to you because you have that reputation as being a leader in the industry. Now, it doesn't happen overnight. Obviously, we have all these different building blocks. So the key really before you become a leader is to produce. Okay? Producing results. And results can be as simple as generating a lot of traffic. Okay? You may not have a sale yet, but you're getting leads. Okay? That's step one. The next result would be making some sales. Once you start making some sales, then it's making upsells. An upsell would be getting them to buy something that's a little higher price point in your business. And those things all start generating leadership. And when you become a leader, now you use all the tools that you've mastered to either A, create your own products, okay, or services, or B, you use your leadership in order to help others within the business so that they can duplicate what you're doing. Especially if you're in a direct marketing or direct sales business, you can learn some skills. As you get better at your knowledge and traffic and sales, you can share those skills with your own students so that they can become leaders themselves. All right, and that's really the pinnacle of having an online business, is then becoming a leader and a mentor to others. And that's where I'm at right now. Is I'm doing these hangouts. I do these because I want to help those people like yourself who might want to have an online business, and you might want to start having success and being able to spend more time with those you love and not struggling financially or with time, not having enough leisure time for your family. Okay, if that's you, the good news is that you found me for a reason. Okay, you found me here because you're looking for what are the steps so that you can build a business today. All right, so I'm going to flip my screen back around, and now I'm going to go into some additional details that I think might help you as you start growing your own online business. Okay, so if you want to take a few notes, if you haven't already, I wrote some other things down here I wanted to make sure I covered on today's hangout. So we talked about a mentor. One of the keys is having a mentor. Wouldn't it be great if you had a mentor who helped you in the business and helped you succeed and showed you the shortcuts to success? That's what I did. I basically joined a direct marketing business, and I was able to get a mentor from that business that walked me through step by step exactly what I needed to do in order to build success or duplicate success like she was having. Okay, so one of the things I recommend is find a mentor in a business that you want to be in. And you don't have to be in direct marketing, but find somebody who's already really good at what you want to do. Okay? Don't just go to, your neighbor or friend or somebody that's already financially successful. Find somebody that is in the same industry that you want to be in, and is really doing well in that industry. Those are your best mentors, okay? Because they're going to know the industry inside and out, and they're going to be able to help you and show you some of the ropes so that you can have success as well, right? Okay, so that's number one. Number two is you need to have good products. You need to have products that people want, and these can be products or services. So one of the things that I have is I have products and services that help educate, and they also help you to build an online business. So it's kind of cool because I always wanted an online business, and the products and services that I have and that I sell teach not only me how to have an online business, which I've done, but teaches new people who come in how to have an online business and how to build one on their own. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And you want something that other people want. Obviously, if somebody wants to build an online business, then the products and services that I sell are going to be perfect fit for them, because that's exactly what they do. They teach you how to build an online business around your passions, and they give you the tools necessary so that you can set it up right away and have it automated. Okay, so that's the big thing. Think about it too. One thing you can do is you can test your business and products to see if there's a demand. And the way that you do that is you offer like a freemium, which would be some kind of a free giveaway, and you see how many people are interested. If you can run it and position yourself so that at least 1,000 people see your freemium, and then see how many people can convert. In other words, how many people actually click on it and want whatever it is that you're giving free. Then you'll get a percentage. Okay, so you shoot for 1,000 people, and you can do this on Facebook. You can do this with pay-per-click on Facebook. You can also do it on a website. You can drive traffic to a website and have some code on there that'll track how many people have seen it, and then offer something free on that page. And make sure that when you give something away for free, that you always, always, always collect their email first. Because if you don't collect their email, then you're not going to know if they were even interested in your product. People are just going to download it. You're not going to know who they are. So people will give you their email address if they know they're going to get something for free on the other side. So collect their email, have some kind of a form that collects their email, and then on the other side, give them something free. And it could be, a product that you sell. Maybe you have some small product that you could give away for free. It could be a video, like a hangout or a webinar where you teach them how to do something, and you give that away for free. Or maybe you write up a document that teaches them, again, how to do something, or where they can find something, like a list of places and resources that they can find something related to your industry. Okay, once you have those freemiums, choose the best one that you think would be the most value to your market, and create what we call a capture page in the industry, which is a page that has a little box where they enter in their email, and it tells them what they're going to get on the other side, and then they click the button, and it automatically takes them to a page where they can download that document, or they can view the video. Okay, and then at your end, what you want to do is keep those email addresses. You should have some kind of a holding place. I use a software called GetResponse, and you'll see there's a button up above somewhere for tools. It might be off to the side, I don't remember. There's a button that says tools. Those are all the tools that I use in my business. So you could click on any of those, and GetResponse is what I use to collect emails. That's my automation. And right now, I think GetResponse gives it to you for a month free if you use my link that's up above under tools. Okay, so that's just a freebie I'll give to you today, so you can have that. The other thing, once you have good products and you've tested it and you've seen that you have at least a 30% opt-in rate. That means that 30%, so of 1,000 people, that'd be like 300, that 300 people actually wanted your free product. And once you've ensured that that's the case, it should be higher, 300 or higher if you're positioning yourself so that 1,000 people see your product, then you've got something good. You've got something that people want. If they're willing to get it for free, they're willing to pay more to get an even better product or service on the tail end. I hope this is making sense. I know I'm trying to give you a lot of information, a lot of value today, but I wanted to show you how you can test the market really quickly. And my easiest way that I recommend is through Facebook. You can run what's called a boost, where you create an image of what you're giving away for free, and then you write up some text on what they get, and then you have them click a button on that little ad on Facebook in order to actually get that product. And the key for Facebook is you want to start slow. So you would maybe start with a $2 ad on Facebook pay-per-click and actually target the people you want. Okay, don't just send it out shotgun approach to everybody. If you have female products, then select female only, so that only the females that are on Facebook are going to see it. If you have products for children or services, then you need to select people that have kids that are between a certain age. Okay, does that make sense? You need to get in the habit of targeting who it is that you really want as a customer. All right. Okay, so we've got our business products. The next thing that I recommend for everybody is a blog. Why a blog? Well, a blog is something where you're going to write about your products or service, or even yourself. Tell stories about how your product or service has helped that person or helped you. So you're sharing information and you're becoming known on the internet. Blogs are so valuable because Google loves them. Google loves them. If you just have a web page that you don't ever update, it gets pushed further and further and further and further down into the search results when somebody searches for your business. But if you have a blog, what happens is that because it's constantly being updated, Google likes content that's fresh. And ideally, you want to update your blog at least once a week. I recommend, if you're really wanting to boost your business, blog every day. Yeah, blog every day. And do that for 90 days straight, and you're going to see a massive change in the amount of traffic and the amount of business that you get. Okay, and think about topics that make sense for your target audience. Once again, if you're targeting, children or moms that have children, then write about things that are related to moms or people that have children. Okay, so really stay on topic and provide valuable information that normally they might have to search for online, or they might even have to purchase in order to get that information, but you provide it for free on your blog, because that's going to build an audience and build a fan club. Make sense? All right, so you've got your blog, and it's better, like I said, it's better than a web page, so you definitely need that. The fourth thing that you need is a sales funnel process. I'm just looking at my notes. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. So you need a sales funnel process. A sales funnel is usually started with something called a freemium, which we spoke of a little bit ago. But it starts off by asking for their email address at minimum. And I would try to not ask for too much more information other than maybe their name, because the more information you ask from somebody, the least likely they are to actually enter it in. So stick to either just their email or just their name and email. And then when they click on it, then they get that freemium that you're offering. Okay, that's the first part of a sales funnel. They call it a funnel because you want to send as many people as you can into your page. And then as they go through the process, it spits out, 1 or 2 or 3 sales, because not everybody's going to want to buy what you have. And that's why you want to try to get as many people to go in the top end of your funnel as you can, so that you can improve that ratio of sales. Okay, so you've got your blog, you've got your sales funnel, and your sales funnel should eventually go to a sales page where they can purchase your product or service directly online. Okay, when they go through your sales funnel, again, you're collecting their email, right? When you collect their email, that should go to an email autoresponder. This is how you create a system. Okay, an email autoresponder, and again, I use GetResponse, it's something where you've already pre-written these evergreen emails that'll work. You know, they don't say Merry Christmas or something like that. They're emails that'll work all year long, and they stay targeted to your audience. So you would write out 5 to 20 of these emails ahead of time, and in GetResponse, you can stick those emails in the back end of this automation system so that when somebody enters in their email to get your ebook or whatever you're offering for free, they automatically get an email sent to them immediately that says, welcome, thanks for joining my newsletter. In case you missed it, here's your free ebook. Here's a link so you can download it. So now you've got you've got them in the process. So now you're going to be top of mind for that person. They're going to start receiving these emails automatically that give them information about your product, that tell funny stories, that show great pictures, that share videos that you've shot. So now you're becoming somebody that they know, they like, and they trust. And that's what helps you to make sales on the back end. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't even know how to do this. I don't know how to set up the emails. I don't know how to set up the autoresponder. This sounds very complicated. Well, that's where your mentor comes in. I know we talked about mentors number one. If you have a good mentor, they will teach you how to do this. They'll show you exactly step by step by step what you need to do. Okay, so let me just recap before I summarize everything that we've spoke of today. So here's the 5 things that you really need in order to get going for your business. And that's what I promised you that I would give you today for today's Down and Dirty. So the first thing you need is a mentor. Okay, that's just start off there. If you start off with a mentor, everything else will fall into place. All right, the second thing you need are business products that solve a need in the marketplace. Okay, don't just go out and buy something if you don't think that there's a market for it. It has to solve a need of some kind. And it could be a product, it could be a service, such as, maybe you yourself are a coach or a mentor. Maybe that's what you offer folks. That's a service. Okay, so you've got to have good products. The third thing is a blog. And the blog, think of that as your hub. That's where you share information, you integrate people into who you are, what you stand for, and what you don't stand for, so that they get to know, like, and trust you. And then the byproduct of that is they'll buy products from you, and they'll become loyal fans in what you do. Okay, cool. The fourth thing was you need a sales funnel process. Without having a sales funnel, number one, you're not going to collect leads if you don't have that. And number two, it's really hard to get people to buy if you don't have a process that's in place to sell them for you. Now, I don't like being on the phone all day. In fact, I limit my conversations to about 3 maximum per day, because I like to have time for my family. I like to have time to do the things that I love. But by having a sales funnel in process on the back end, it's almost like duplicating me. I now have a system where people can flow through it online and automatically become a customer, or at least a lead, right? So you can't lose with a sales funnel, because if they're a lead, you can warm them up with your emails. And that leads me into the fifth item, and that's your email marketing system. You need to have automated emails that go out on a regular basis to your clients or potential clients. And those emails should tell a funny story. That's one thing they can do. You want to kind of mix it up. So you might have one day just share a funny story that happened to you or something really amazing. Another day you might want to share some value, share some tips or something you learned recently. You can do that as a video. You could do that just as text or photos. Okay. Another day you might want to share what's called social proof. Social proof is sharing what other customers have experienced. Maybe testimonials, or maybe somebody did a testimonial video for you. You could post a link to that, or share your Facebook page if you've got some really cool social proof of what other people have done in your business. Okay. And the last email you want to send is a sales email. A sales email, it gives them a reason why they should buy from you. What is it that you're selling? What problem is it solving? And how can they get their hands on it? And once you have those 4 emails, just keep recycling. So, everyone, you're not going to always send out the sales email. You're going to, go through the funny one, the funny story, the value, social proof, and then sales. Just keep going. And you can create those ahead of time and have them on automation so they send out on your behalf after you collect somebody's email. Cool, right? So some of you are saying, great, I get it. I think I can do this on my own. I'm ready to get going. Others of you are saying, I have no idea how to even set up any of this that you're talking about, Bashan, and it sounds really cool. I wish that I had a business like that, but I don't even know what to do. So for those of you that know how to set things up, great. I hope you found value in this, and now you're ready to get ramping up, rolling, and driving traffic to your business. For those of you that need help or you just need a business, I want to invite you personally to be a part of Team Tough. One of the things that we do is we provide what's called a business in a box system, where you can use that to literally build out a business around your passions. And you also automatically be assigned a mentor. If you join through me, then I'll be your mentor. All you got to do is click down below. You'll see a button that says Join Team Tough. You click on that, and today and today only, I'm offering membership, a trial membership for $7. So if you can't afford $7, then I don't know what to tell you. That's as low as I can go right now. So I would say go ahead and join, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to give you the next steps to set up your own personal business around your passions. And then when you have those steps, we'll get on a call together, and I will personally mentor you on what needs to happen. And what's really cool is that you already will have the foundation of everything you need. You'll have a sales funnel. You'll have a blog. You'll have the tools in order to be able to share this with automation and email. So you're going to have all kinds of things already built into you with our business in a box. So it makes it super easy for those of you that want to have an online business and you've been hesitant because you don't even know where to begin. I get that. I was there once too. And I did want to share something. It's kind of secret. So for those of you that are live, you'll see this. We have a brand new product that we are launching here in the next few days. And this product is pretty secret, but basically it's an enhanced business in a box that allows you to not even be a part of an MLM or direct marketing company. You would be able to use all the products and services of your own business and have all the tools and training necessary to make it work. I can't really tell you much more than that because right now we're having people that are interested sign an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, just so they can see the video and learn what we're doing. But it's going to completely revolutionize the way that people do business online. And I am so excited to be a part of the launch of this. And I've been sharing it with my personal students, and I've just started sharing it with some of you guys that aren't my students yet, but have been on the fence thinking about it. There's never been a better time than right now. And if you are interested in that, go ahead, join for $7 below, and then message me and say you're interested in the NDA. Okay, tell me that, and that'll alert me that you are interested in a new product that's coming out, and I will send you an NDA to sign. You don't have to buy anything, just sign it, and then you'll get access to a special video that shares this cutting edge business that nobody's really heard of yet because it's so brand new. So let me know if you're interested. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you to build a business and a life, and to make the type of income where you can stay home if you choose to, or travel, or do the things that you love. Obviously, income results aren't typical, but I'm not typical, and I don't expect you to be either. So I hope to see you soon. Click on the button below, and we will touch base for our next Down and Dirty next Monday at 1:30 Central. Take care.